Yeah, so we do look for a savings record, and that's genuine savings. So that's not, I've got zip in my account and mum and dad's given me $10,000, so that's my deposit. You need to be able to demonstrate to a bank you've got the ability to save. If you can't save, you can't pay back a home loan. Simple as that. So most cases you're going to need at least a 5%, if not a 10% deposit on your house. So first home buyers grant will help you, but that's on top of the deposit. Very often will the banks allow you to have that as part of your minimum deposit. So you've got to have your minimum deposit, your first home buyers grant, and then the bank will lend you the rest. All the banks have several options of credit cards. So you've got the credit card that's really low interest, and that's for those people who kind of drip feed their credit card, so they pay monthly payments. And then you've sort of got a credit card that's got a much higher interest rate on it, but generally they're for the customers who would generally clear their credit card every month. So regardless of what I put on my credit card, I clear the balance every month. So again, if you sit down with a banker and say, what do you want it for? So if you're looking to purchase a sort of one-off bulk purchase, then we probably wouldn't sell a credit card for that. We'd actually say, you know what, you'd be better off with a personal loan, or something that might be called a flexi loan, that you pay that off and then you can draw down on it again. So I need it to buy a car, but once I've got my car I want to buy something else, and then when I've paid that off I want to buy something else. So there's different products for different people's needs. We do see a lot of people starting out get themselves into trouble with credit cards because all of a sudden it's, yeah, I've got a couple of $1,000s I can go out and spend. And then you're on this really high interest rate and it's a real struggle to make the monthly payments. But again, you know, we've talked about budgets. So if you've got yourself a budget and you want to have a credit card because, I don't know, your income might fluctuate. And so this month my income might be down, but I know next month it's higher. Then it might be an opportunity to be a bit of a tide over. But if you know what your budget is, and you know when your monthly bill comes, you can pay that when it comes in. And you know, who wants to pay interest on credit cards? Not me. Do I use a credit card all of the time for my purchases? Yes, I do, because I love the points. But do I also clear it every month? Because I know what my limit is on my spending, and I'll clear it every month, and I don't pay interest on my credit card. So again, you know, what are you wanting it for? How are you going to use it, and how are you going to pay it back? So again, sit down with your banker and talk those things through, and it might be this type of card, this type of card. Don't forget that you've got your debit MasterCard or debit Visa cards. That's where you get to use it as a credit card, but you use your own money. That's where I think we should all start, and then move into credit cards as we get a little bit more financially savvy and get a little bit more financial backing behind us. Do you want to know debit MasterCard type products? So you can use it to purchase over the internet or pay for your pizzas when they arrive. So you use it as a credit card, but it's actually debiting the bank account. So it's debiting money that you've got. So you're not using the bank's credit and having to pay for it.
And just a little bit of an overview on some other assistances that you can actually get from Vecci, so I'll hand it over to Ian.
Thanks, Megan. Any of you living away from home?
Yeah.
You are. We're usually living away from home allowance for apprentices. Where is home for you?
At a friend's house. So my dad lives in Hamilton.
Okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. So there is living away from home allowance you can get as an apprentice. $77 a week for the first year, then about $38 a week for the next year, then about $20 a week for the next year. So that's something you should look at if you continue or get back into your apprenticeship.
Yeah.
You know? The rest of you all still living at home. Yeah, that's all right. So with the tools for your trade thing, I suppose it's good and bad news. The bad news is it's sort of wiped out. They're calling it something else, and the good news is you're getting more.
We don't care what they're calling it, they're going to pay more.
Previously you used to get $3,800. I think there's out there. There's a lot of crap in that, amongst that, but you'll see that the important bit is down here what you now will get. Previously you used to get $800 after 3 months, $800 after 12 months, $800 after 2 years, $700 after 3 years and 4 years. Now, as you can see down there, you get 800 after 3 months, 1,000 after 12 months, 1,000 after 24 months, 1,200 after 36 months, and 1,500 at the end. Yep.
I'm a part-time apprentice, and I've been there for nearly a year.
Yep.
Does it matter if you're part-time or full-time to be there for time?
So you're school-based?
Yeah,
Yep.
school-based this year and full-time next year.
No worries. With the school-based, you get the first one after 3 months still, and then when you transfer over to being full-time, what happens is you get half credit for the time you've done. So if you've been an apprentice for 12 months as school-based, you get 6 months credit for that. So then you have to do another 6 months and you'll be eligible for your 12-month one.
So I'll be coming up to my 12 months next year in
Yep.
February. So will I get the $1,000?
You will, yeah. Whatever becomes due after the 1st of January,
Yep.
you go under the new rates.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And the other thing with this is, in your trade and yours as well, you can get early completion. And if you do get early completion to the apprenticeship, whatever payments you need to get, just get brought forward and get it all at the end anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So you don't miss out on the
So as soon
1,500.
as you complete, you get paid.
It's like I'm going to get started then.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, as soon as you complete, you get whatever is due for you.
Yep.
All right. So it's pretty good, that $5,500 now. You see how they've made it more towards the end. I'm assuming they've done that to try and get more people to finish their apprenticeship, basically. There's too many people dropping out without finishing, so the theory is that, I think. Excuse me, the way you claim them is same as normal. You get the claim form sent to you in the mail. You've already had one, so yeah, same system. You get a claim form sent to you when you're due for it. You'll sign it, the boss signs it, and your bank details go on it and get paid into your account.
Yep.
Once again, the theory is you would buy tools with it, but you might already have a good toolkit, so there's other things you can buy with it to do with your work. I suppose you can party with it, but the idea is that you would get something to do with your work to help you with your apprenticeship. Because you'll have school fees and things to pay, lots of stuff that will come up at different times, so the idea is it would just mean to help you get through your apprenticeship. That's basically all we had to say. Any questions on that? Any
Just back to that living away from home allowance. If some of you have started your apprenticeship and you're at home and your parents decide to move away to Queensland and leave you here, you can also apply for it on the grounds that you're living away from home even though you've already started your apprenticeship. So it doesn't have to be, I've moved out of home and I've just started my apprenticeship all in the one go. So if any of you do find that circumstance, then certainly talk to us about that as well. You can't actually get the living away from home allowance and the Centrelink rent assistance at the same time. So what you need to do is talk to both, work out which is the best option for you and choose which one that you want to apply for.
Normally I think the Centrelink one is better. What I always say to people is go and check with Centrelink what you can get first, and then if it's less than $77 a week, come and see us. Yeah. So if any of you happen to become out of work for whatever reason, you have to shift away from home to continue your apprenticeship, you can apply for them too. Yeah. Hopefully you won't, but that is an option there for you.
There's also the state incentive. Have we talked about
That's
the
true, yeah.
state one?
Yep.
Yeah, some of you may have already got that $250 state incentive once you've hit 6 months into your apprenticeship. The state actually sends you a letter and it's essentially a $250 voucher, so after the process of signing and sending it back, they'll give you something to take to a post office to actually cash in for a $250 bonus as well.
Do you have to claim that on tax?
As income?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure about that.
I'm
I
not
think
sure the state one. These ones you don't.
you don't with the federal
No.
stuff,
Yeah.
I'm not sure with the state stuff. But
I think it did say something around you have to
declare this as
declare
income.
as
Yeah,
income.
yeah. If it says you do, then
Yep.
yeah.